What's up, y'all? Welcome back to season 3 of Shaking the Culture. It's been a minute. We did definitely, stop really last year, like February or March. But this year, we're coming back better, stronger, team solid as hell. Shout out to my fashion designers, stylist, everything, Asia. So looks, you need to tap in for the looks too, okay? But we're kicking it off. No other than best way ever, in a different way too, because it's a female shooter.
Oh man.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh man. Hi guys. I'm Latisha Marie. I'm a photographer from Charlotte, North Carolina. I can say I'm most notably known for shooting 85 South, The Baby, Jeermaine Dupri, Division, and a tons of others. But celebrity photographer, but I can also be your photographer. Don't ever forget that. I love to work with everybody. But yeah, that's me.
A quick little bio about you. So let's go ahead and bring it all the way to the beginning. With you picking up a camera and actually pursuing. So how did a camera land in your hands?
Okay, so initially, let's take it like way, way back. I think, of course, everybody's family, they kind of make like these home videos and they would take photos all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So my family, they were like really big on it and they would process them, put them on VHS, DVDs, all of that. So I started like recording from a young age. But to this level that I'm at now, that started when I was at North Carolina A&T. I had just torn my ACL in marching band, but I was on scholarship, so I still had to like be around. So got into photography, but at that point I didn't have a camera. I was just phone. They would be marching in, whatever. I would just get photos, but even from my phone, the like quality is going to be iPhone, whatever.
Yeah.
But the eye and what I was capturing was like great, and I was like, oh, I can like really do this.
Yeah.
So then the following year after that, I ended up joining the yearbook, which allowed me to like get into like the event space and concerts and all that. So like my very first concert I shot was in 2015. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was Party Next Door, Migos, and Gucci Mane.
Oh,
so,
that's crazy. I feel like I was there then, like in the crowd while you were shooting. That's crazy.
Bro, it was so dope. But I was so lit. But those pictures, like, those are some of my like favorite pictures to date. And that was my like very first concert. So yeah, got to do that. From there, graduated, actually started teaching.
Oh, wow. So you went to school for college for teaching, or how did that go about?
Actually, I went to school for public relations, journalism, mass comm.
Okay.
And then when I graduated, it was kind of like, well, gotta find something to do. But, I'm not even gonna say find something to do. I love kids and I do love teaching. And my mom's a teacher.
Oh, okay.
So there was a pipeline to it.
Yeah.
But in North Carolina, you don't have to like have your degree in teaching.
Okay.
You can, as long as you have a degree and you can pass the test, you're able to teach, and then you're supposed to get your degree in it as you go.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So I did that for like 2 years. And then my final year, I remember it like it was yesterday. Me and my principal used to like get into it a little bit.
Okay.
So I remember she told me like I wasn't a strong enough teacher and I would let my like mental health and things get ahead of me. And I'm just like, your emotions are natural.
Yeah.
Kids have to see that. Like, granted, no kid shouldn't see you angry or crying, but to be able to talk to them about even what's going on in your life, it helps because they have stuff going on in theirs too.
Yeah.
So they feel even comfortable talking to you.
Definitely.
She hated that though. So on top of that, the following year, she tried to move me from 4th grade to kindergarten, but I was like, oh yeah, and this is 2 days before the school year started. I already set up my classroom. Like, all of this has happened. So at this point, I'm like, girl, F you.
Yeah.
I turned the keys in and I was like, I'm quitting.
Yeah.
I ended up moving to Atlanta like right after that.
And what year was this?
2019.
2019? Okay.
Just to catch up on time.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is so crazy because we're in 2023, even though it might seem like it's been so far, but that really
Yeah.
so not long ago at all, right before COVID.
Yeah, it was wild how like
Being just
everything.
aligned.
What? The story?
Yeah.
The story.
But keep on. So yeah, you put your keys in, and now you're in Atlanta.
Yeah, kind of. So, my mentor at the time, I ended up moving down here and working with her. I was helping her like with her YouTube, her music, X, Y, and Z. So it was like putting me into spaces that kind of like helped me kind of get grounding in Atlanta early. So I was doing that up until the time that she was like, "Nah, this isn't gonna work. You have to move." Oh, she was housing me as well. So remember how I told you I want to get back downtown? I want to live in a high rise.
Yeah.
She had me in the 12 downtown. So like to live there,
it's not
your first time like moving to Atlanta is like, okay, I know I can achieve this, especially on my own. So that was something that like I wanted to do. But 2 a.m., she was like, "Yeah, this isn't gonna work." So my pride, I leave.
Yeah.
But at this point, I'm homeless because
I have nowhere. Yeah.
Nowhere to go. And because like my housing, food, all of this, your pay isn't the same as if you would be just working from somebody and getting paid.
Yeah.
But before this happened, a little rewind. Revolt happened that September, probably 2019. So she got me, in which there's no bad blood. I see her all the time. We speak. But September 2019, she got me into Revolt. So I was shooting. This is when I met 85 South. One of my friends had my business card and she threw it on the stage because like they really wasn't doing the show. They were kind of just, as people were throwing cards up and saying like, "What do I do?" Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So she threw it up. DC ended up picking up my card and was like, "Oh, Latisha Marie, like who you?" So I was like, I'm a female photographer and I would really love to show y'all like a female has like a different eye and a different energy into shooting, and I would love to show that for y'all. Yeah. They ended up having a show in Macon that Saturday. So Carlos was like, "Pull up, show us what you got." Pulled up, shot, got the pictures back to them before like I even left the venue, and they fucked with them. We've been like locked in ever since for that. That is so dope because I believe 2019 I went to Revolt for the first time ever too. And that was the best one. Yeah. Well, that was the best one. Me and my friend were just talking about that too because we're like, Revolt, I don't know, this year, did you go this year? How do you feel about it this year? I mean, 2022. 2022, or yeah. 2022, it was cool. I was kind of like in and out because I had a lot of stuff going on these days. But I love how they had the like concert set up, and I'll say the panels were cool. The only thing I would have personally changed would have been like how they were having people come in and out. There was a lot of line waiting, and I was like, I got in for free, but for people that paid, I'm like, to not be able to actually go into the panel is insane. Yeah. I feel like this year I did a little bit more of like just taking photos, meeting people instead of actually going and actually listening and learning from anything. But like you are a star, even though you said you're a celebrity photographer, your work, that October's photo shoot, you killed it. Literally murdered it. How sticky was that? Bro, so sticky. That was all syrup and Jello mix. Yeah. So, bro. I'll put that photo that I'm talking about. My camera is still messed up to this day. Really? Yeah, because the syrup ended up getting inside my camera. Okay, so kind of for people that haven't or don't follow you yet, tell them a little bit, describe your photo shoot. Okay, sorry. The photo shoot that she is referring to is my Halloween photo shoot. I had the lovely Ari Davenport. She's a dancer. So I would say, I don't want to say it's a bloody Halloween. It was a bloody Halloween. Yeah. We had some vintage TVs where I was able to edit her and the scream mask into it. So it kind of felt kind of like movie-esque. Yeah. But yeah, you'll see it probably here in this area somewhere. And also put it on our story and everything because you guys need to see it. Like, she literally murdered that. Bro. It was insane. I'll give you the BTS video for it because I never posted it. Okay, but look. Like that part. So tell us, how do you come about with creating, you know, because people do see that you're a celebrity photographer and you do a bunch of content for celebrities, but your actual work, you're an amazing creative. So how did that come about? How were you like, let me find my own niche and
stick to it and move on?
So for me personally, my creative photo shoots and portraits, that's something I've loved to do from the beginning because I have a theater background as well.
Okay.
So like set designing and all of these technical details that you would have to put into a photo shoot, I'm able to do them all. So in my head, when I start thinking about like my ideas, I think of how I'm gonna style them. I think of what's gonna be in the like set, like how everything's going to come together. And even like for my upcoming photo book, well, we have Robin's View, the photo book series. But my photo book for 2023 is going to be all creative portraits. So instead of like me picking like random ideas that come to my head, this year I'm tying it completely into music. Each photo shoot will tie into a song.
Nice. That is so dope. That's really dope.
And it'll be a whole rollout for that, but we'll come back later and talk.
Yeah, no. And then I'm talking about rollouts, and then the aspect of you trying to put music and photos together. Your photo shoot is coming up. Your photo gallery, February 3rd. Yes. Most likely, this will be out that week or the week after. But so tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. So my photo gallery is where music and art will collide. It'll be at Be Fearless Studios, a feature of her Fearless First Fridays, where she features photographers around Atlanta. So for me, it's very exciting because it's in collaboration with my birthday. So as you know, being in like entertainment, I want to make the gallery almost feel like a music museum.
Yeah.
So while she does allow me to do a set number of photos, I actually printed an additional set of like 30 photos, and some of them are like 24 by 30 and like huge.
Nice.
Just so people can like get the feel, and then like the playlisting, whole experience. There's a drink menu. Those tie into like the lenses. So like you have a 70 to 200, that'll be the strongest drink. You have a 24 millimeter, that's like your wine.
Yeah.
And then I have this like gold drink that's called my 50 millimeter because that's like your prime.
That's hard. That's really dope. I'm excited. I need to buy my ticket as soon as I get paid.
What are you wearing?
What am I wearing?
Yes.
What am I wearing?
I love it.
Look, you don't understand. Like, that's why I'm like, yo, I'm so excited for this year. Like, so much is happening. And just for females, because I've been surrounding myself with so many females. And it's like being, like you said, being in this industry, it's different. You being a female photographer. How is that in that field? You know, people...
I love it.
You do?
Yeah, like as most people see, like I mainly work with men too.
Yeah.
Most of my clients. So for me, everything is like family based, and I built relationships with everybody to where, like, even if there's something going on with me personally, I can talk to them. Like, especially, so as I said earlier, I work very closely with DVSN within his last album progress or process. Sorry. So being able to work closely with him, there was times like I could just talk to him about my anxiety. I was able to talk to him about family stuff, and it felt like
family.
Yeah, it just felt like family, very natural.
Yeah.
And for me personally, anybody that I work with, I would prefer for it to feel like that.
Yes.
Because when I shoot energy and I shoot what I feel, so if I'm not even able to like really connect, I'm not gonna say I'm not able to shoot you, of course.
Yeah.
But there has to be like
always. Yeah, I feel like that makes it more genuine and more real, and you can feel those feelings through that camera, that lens, that photo.
Yeah.
That's nice. And I know you like I saw your post a while ago when he did drop his project, and you have actually that DVSN sign headed on you. Yeah, he did it for you too, right?
Yeah.
That's insane. I don't know why you let him do that. Does he do tattoos? How did that come about?
Yeah. So yeah, Daniel does tattoos.
Okay.
Let me see if he'll pick up the phone.
Yeah.
But while I'm doing that.
Yeah.
So during this process, the album process, he learned how to tattoo. This was actually his very second one.
Yeah. That is funny.
But yeah, it was his very second one. But my very first tattoo, which is like insanity. And then this like camera I just got the other day.
I saw that. That was hard too.
Thank you. I mean, it was wild.
What were you thinking? Like, I want to know what were your thoughts. You're like, okay, this is this man's second tattoo and my first.
I mean, so honestly, it wasn't terrible
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
I watched him learn how to do it, so I know.
Yeah, you
like you're
trusted.
not gonna fuck it up. Like
Yeah.
I hired the tattoo artist that taught him. So it's like, and she's my friend. Like friend, it's amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
Y'all should definitely book her. She did my camera tattoo.
Nice.
So like there wasn't a feeling of like, oh my God, he's gonna like fuck this up. Like no, there was a trust. But yeah, he's been doing tattoos. He's gonna do them on tour. His tour starts next week. So
you work with 85 South Show?
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg. Tell us about that. Tell us about Snoop Dogg. That's all I had to say.
Bro, Snoop Dogg. That was such a cool interview. Being able to meet him, that was wild because he was like so down to earth. So like when people say like Uncle Snoop, like he's really Uncle Snoop because he like he fuck with you.
Yeah.
So at the end, like shout out to Snoop because like he had to go because he was like on a time restraint, but he was like, nah, like I'm here. Everybody's gonna get a photo. And of course, because I'm taking photos of everybody getting their photo, I'm the last one. So I get my photo, and I was like, I have on this LA hat.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, can you sign my hat? He signed the hat, and then he gave me his blunt. And I was like, bro, that shit is
legendary.
Yeah, I was like, bro, that shit is legendary. It was like one of those things like, you grow up listening to like all of these people, and then like you're able to be around them. It's insane.
You to have a relationship with them I feel like it's more insane. It's like, damn, like seeing you and now being a part of your team. Oh, I bet that's like the best feeling ever.
Yeah, nah, like the support behind it. Like, I was just on 85, like shooting it and then being on it is like a cool experience because it's like the support before was already immaculate, but then to give me the light to support my book, to support my gallery and everything that I do, it's like I can't thank them enough.
Yeah.
So definitely love 85 for sure.
No, definitely. So we said so the episode is dropping on Wednesday.
Yeah.
What date would that be?
February 1st.
February 1st. So this probably is going to drop a week after that. So you need to go tap in. And you did mention earlier that you teared up a little bit on the show. So tell us a little bit, you know, how did it come to you? It was like, hey, we want you to be a part of it. Or how did that even come about?
So Black Market is a little bit different than the normal 85 South show. So they're kind of putting Black businesses to the forefront to kind of give them a platform. So with that, I asked Ryan, well, I let Ryan know that I had like a photo book and a gallery coming up and I really wanted to promote it. So I asked him, I was like, can I come on Black Market? He was like, of course. Like even to the whole date of it dropping, I was like, can I please? Just to promote the gallery a little bit more. And he was like, of course, like you can drop February 1. So like it was all support. Whole way, like even with the asking, it wasn't oh, why are you trying to do this? Why are you trying to step in front? Type of thing.
So hopefully we'll see you more this year. More, look, you said you have a book coming up, photo gallery coming up. You are going to be on 85 South Show. That's huge. And everything's just aligning with you.
Busy year.
Oh, yeah, gosh. Okay, so I hit her up in the beginning of the year. I was like, hey, what does your schedule look like this month? She's like, here you go. But prior to that, I saw she's booked for the whole year. Booked and blessed and busy.
Man, honestly, it's a blessing because touring, like people say it's tiring, but being able to travel the world and like do what you love, that's life-changing. It's like you feel, it like changes your energy. Like you feel like a totally different person almost.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't know, you be able to take in everything, talk to like different people.
So what are some, it's funny because my friend actually, we were talking about that. He actually has like a movie coming out on Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that.
Congrats.
I did a photo shoot with him yesterday and he was telling me about it. And I was like, that's crazy. You know, how long have you been doing it for? He's like 10 years, but I've had those moments where I wanted to give up. Do you know?
Sure.
So tell us a little bit like more about that aspect of things in your situation. Cause I know you're not from Atlanta. So you just came to a whole new place. You don't know these people and you're trying to build your name and you're following your heart. So what was that time for you where you're like, am I even supposed to be doing this? Like, I'm right here. God, where's my money? Where, why is it not working for me?
It's been a couple of times. So of course, that very first time, okay. So before I say this, I always knew that I've walked in my path, and I've always walked within divinity, and I'm always doing what I'm supposed to do. But first time, of course, when that situation happened, where this is just ending. I'm over here like, what the fuck am I doing? Like,
Yeah.
I'm in my car, nowhere to go. Like, yeah, I could drive back to Charlotte. I don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I've came here. Going back, yeah, it would have been a pride thing, but it's like, bro, nah, you're here.
Yeah.
So like, that was one major point where I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know how I'm about to, one, survive, two, or what to do. That one, I got blessed once again. Sorry, because 2 days later, like after that, so I previously met the baby in Real Goats at his concert at 2019 in June. We spoke. He kind of started mentoring me then, and it was kind of like an open relationship there. So those 2 days later, he had like a meet and greet and a performance at Clark Atlanta. So I had hit Rico and I was like, hey, can I pull up to shoot the meet and greet? He was like, of course. So I pulled up, shot. But then at the end, like, he could kind of see like my energy was kind of off, of course, because of what was going on. So then I was like telling him what was happening. So then he was like, well, I don't have any like photo jobs, but we do need a video editor. So if you can come back to Charlotte, like, this job is open for you.
Yeah.
So I was like, appreciate it. Like, God bless. Like, pride then, of course. And then ended up moving back to Charlotte. That was a blessing. That went very strong for a year. But even within there, it was like wavering times because that was the end of 2019 and the 2020 hit.
That's insane.
That was COVID.
Yeah, I'm like, that's crazy because you get a job and now the whole world is shutting down.
So like, that was like wild because to rewind it, right after that happened, I moved back. Rico was still mentoring me. So this is when I was actually trying to get deeper into video too. So I was going to fly out to LA. My sister at the time, she worked for American. So she had got me like a buddy pass pretty much to get to LA. Pretty much broke because once again, I just got out of this situation. I used my gas and everything to get back up here.
Yeah.
Don't have nothing, but I booked this hotel. She got my flight. We're going to LA.
Yeah.
So I'm on the way. And then it's literally the day before I call Rico just to confirm everything, whatever. He was like, well, we're shooting Bop this weekend. So I can't really like mentor you and do like the video one-on-one stuff, but you can come PA on set, and come help out and like see what it feels like to be here. I was like, of course, like, okay.
Yeah.
So like, one, that was wild as fuck. So being able to be on Paramount's lot.
It's insane.
It's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
I could just imagine.
Yeah, like seeing my name on the letter to like get in, like I was like, yo, wow. Like,
yeah.
Wow. So that happened. Went whole day. First of all, driving in LA is insanity. I had just got my license.
Oh yeah, girl. I would have walked. Sorry, I'm good.
Yeah, but you know, I was PA, so I gotta go pick stuff up, get sandwiches. But I'm also like shooting and like moving around. So while baby knew who I was, baby didn't know who I was. Like, he never seen me personally. So he also heard the name Robin and he heard the name Latisha, and he thought they were two different people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So once we're at Bop, like, he sees me because I got my camera and everything. He was like, yo, like, who you? I was like, I'm Latisha. And then he was like, you working with like Rico? I was like, yeah. And then we just kept talking a little bit, and I was like, yeah, I'm from Charlotte. Brought up the fact that we really grew up in the same neighborhood. He knew my brother and like, all
that's
this
hard.
stuff. Yeah.
Like, I don't know about that.
No, it is. For sure. Like, cool. And then I kind of like went back into shooting, but then I went back over to him because as I told you, I used to teach. That June, Baby had a show in Greensboro, but I was working in DC at the time, doing like a teacher program. So Rico hit me. He was like, "Hey, can you come to Greensboro to shoot for Baby?" And I'm like, I'm not even telling him I'm in DC. He still thinks I'm in Charlotte. So like Greensboro from Charlotte is an hour.
Yeah.
Greensboro from DC is a different story. Leaving at 2 p.m. So it took 10 hours almost to get there. But got there right before his set. Literally shot, drove right back to DC, went to work in the morning.
Yeah.
Flipped the photos to him and kind of like built that relationship. So now fast forward back to Bob, I'm telling him about these photos because like I shot them, but I don't think it ever correlated.
That was,
it was
you.
Me.
Yeah.
So then he was like, "Oh shit, like you hard, da 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 da. I want you to go on tour." So I was like, "Oh, this is fucking fire." Like it seemed like so I don't know. Didn't get to fully tour with him. I did a couple shows. COVID hit, so then that shut that down.
Yeah.
Fast forward to I think it was maybe February. Stunna had 2 videos in Atlanta. So Rico hit me. He was like, "Hey, are you available to PA?" I was like, "Of course."
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
But that was a task because we shot 2 different music videos back to back.
Oh, girl.
So like when I tell you how, okay, so it was Thursday, we shot Change My Life with Black Youngster. Friday, we shot Do That with Lil Baby and Baby. And then Saturday, we got on a flight to Denver.
Girl, I PA'd once. I don't know how you guys do it.
But then,
I enjoyed it though.
Oh no, I loved it because like on top of like being like a PA and being a set PA for Rogos, I'm also PAing for Baby and shooting. So it's like I'm ripping and running and doing a lot. But it's also training me even more to like, okay, you gotta work hard. You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And people are seeing that. Like when I tell you Baby was highly appreciative. Like I ain't gonna say what he gave me when I got to Denver, but it was nice. I appreciate it. Thank you. I had bought a new camera with it. But like I worked my ass off. So it was like even within those times, it was like trying where it was like, bro, I'm tired. And at this point, it's your anxiety, it's your mental health because you're not even used to this type of sleep schedule and none of this. You're like, yo, what is going on? You don't feel like yourself. So, yeah, that was that. We did Rockstar, Pickup, and one other music video that year. But that gave me like a production coordinator credit, production manager credit. So
yeah, so your resume just keeps on going and going and growing.
And I've gotten a director credit now. Shout out to Lil Will.
That's amazing. So what's your end goal with all this? You know, where do you see yourself within the 5 years and what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
So outside of like the Robbins View, Latisha Marie name, like my whole company's name is Dreams Become Reality Creative Group. So I'm actually planning to bring people in under me and be able to give people these same opportunities and hire people in with the networking opportunities that I've made. So that includes video, photo. I want to start my magazines. I want to do my own events where I'm able to like put these people that I've met in positions. So 5 years, I have a feeling that that's what's going to be popping.
No, definitely. And I love how, like, with you telling me these stories and stuff like that, and that just really goes back with you being such a genuine, real, authentic person.
Thank you.
And keeping those relationships solid. You're not doing it off of, oh, he's popping right now, let me go, you know, and you're putting in that work. A lot of people, I feel like, don't see that. And especially from a female, people are like, oh, she's pretty, or like this, that,
and they think you're sleeping around and doing X, Y, and Z.
You could outwork a guy anytime, any day. How you were like, you know, I'm a female. You went up to DC, I'm a female, and I can show you my.
It's different.
And it's
I'm gonna capture you way different. And he sees it. Like,
yeah. To this day, I've seen like, you know, like you said, you do a bunch of, you know, all these photographers. Yeah, go to the same concert, but then you see the
different
details,
shots,
the shots, the angles.
Thank you.
I'm like, damn, shit. I'm gonna need that. You know, I'm gonna need them angles for sure. So
that's like wild in itself. Like growing up, I was a kid where I really just, it was me, my iPod, listen to music
Yeah.
all day. Quiet. This could be straight A's, whatever. But then to like grow up and then to really work with these people and like have this voice and be able to even like work with some of my greatest icons and legends. Like, bro, I got to meet Shaka Khan. That's
nice.
crazy. Where it's like,
Insane.
my mom loves her. It's like, you would think this wouldn't happen at 26. Like, you would think I would have to work till I'm like maybe 50 before I would even see these.
Yeah, that's like back in the days. Like, you really have to bust your ass.
Like, you would have had to be the top of the top.
Yeah.
Talk to these people.
Yeah.
And it's like, those relationships, they're going to put you in doors that you can't open yourself. Yeah, you can try to kick them down, but those relationships, it's going to make it way easier and it's going to take you way further. But you're still going to work. Trust me, you're going to work.
Yeah.
Because people have to see it. They have to know, okay, she is going to go in, she's going to spaz, and she's going to get them their pictures back. They're going to love it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the energy that comes with it every time.
Yeah.
But
when did you feel like was that moment where you were like, I have to bet on myself because nobody else has, you know? Because I feel like I had that moment where it's like, I want somebody to take a chance on me, but you can't, nobody can take a chance on you until you take a chance and bet on yourself. So what was that moment?
Had a couple of those too. Very first time, of course, when I quit teaching, I was like, well, is it?
Yeah.
I was already shooting and I know I have it. Like, I gotta go. And then I still have the relationship with Real Goats and Baby and everything. But when that ended, it was another one of those situations like, I gotta like fully grind. And that grind brought me back to Atlanta where I was able to So as everybody's seen, like, I've been working with 85 for 3 years.
Yeah.
But within these 3 years, 1.5 of them, I was driving back and forth from Charlotte to Atlanta after the show.
What? Girl, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And I complain about 45-minute drive.
But 3.5. Yeah. And I could have got a hotel, but it was just like,
why? Yeah.
Go home. So like, that was like one of the toughest ones, I can say.
You bet on yourself.
Yeah, where I had to like bet on myself and make it happen. And I'm pretty sure it was a couple times. I probably fell asleep and God had me. God took the wheel, literally. But I had to like bet on myself to make it happen because I knew what I wanted.
Yeah.
And they believed in me. So hey, we're here now.
No, definitely. Me and Asia.
Taking flights.
Me and Asia actually just had that conversation where it's like, we're so stubborn. So how stubborn are you when it comes to you getting your vision through and that coming out and like, this is exactly what I want, but I don't care. Nobody can tell me nothing because I see the vision. You might not, but I do.
For me, a lot of times, well, not even a lot of times, everybody that I work with, they see my vision. So they're like, do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
I support whatever you got going on. So they're like, shoot how you shoot. And we love it. So that's always been like a blessing. But outside of that, one thing I'm like stubborn about is like contracts and rights. So that's like you're limited and exclusive. So I guess we can put that out here. So your limited rights is, I shoot you. You pay me for these photos, you have limited rights to them. That means you can post them on social media, but technically you cannot sell them. You cannot put them like on big screens without crediting like a whole 9 yards, right? Exclusive, So, and this is how photographers get paid too. So exclusive, that means they own the photos. So you actually have to now get permission for posting. So like a lot of times you'll see like celebrity photographers, they'll wait until the artist posts before they post. They own.
We're eventually this year. That's when like this year it seems like the perfect year for everything. Like we've been trying to do this interview for like a year now, and we were like, finally it aligned. Finally, perfect timing. And so what do you want? Last thing. What do you want? Or actually, what would you tell your younger self? Your middle school you.
Something I still tell myself till today, and why like this interview is important. Your voice is important. Like your experience is important. Don't feel bad for speaking up lots of things.
Mm,
So yeah, don't be a yes man.
that part. Don't be a yes man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you so much for your time. I know you have to go too. You got get ready things next weekend or the week. You have 2 weeks or a week.
Week after next. I
Next,
believe.
yeah. And photo gallery.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go print the photos right after this interview.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I know she's busy. She's always busy. But yeah, no, I'm excited. And I will definitely see you there. And yeah, Asia, we're getting tickets just to let you know.
Yes.
So
Put that shit on. This might come out after, but everybody, you know, you got to dress.
yeah, so I'm excited. I'm super excited, and I can't wait to see your shoots. Are these unreleased shoots?
A lot of them.
Super excited. So I'll put everything, all your socials and stuff like that underneath. And good luck this year. Thank you. And girl, literally keep on shaking the culture because you're really doing it.
For sure. Thank you.
For all the females too.
Oh yeah, gotta put on.
Got to. All right. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. And I always forget, comment, like, subscribe, and follow everything and every platform. And yeah, so we'll see you until next time. Bye.